But the question is, if people are not moving on the table when you're doing energy work, is that normal? Especially if they're having benefits afterwards, is that something that we're supposed to care about? Right? Is that the right question? So my opinion is that it doesn't matter what their body actually does, right? Because energy is traveling in multi dimensions. So there's no real way of you, I mean, there's ways of you knowing if you're tapped in to know what you're working on, but you could intentionally be working on a liver or something, but be working on a whole other part of their psychology and not necessarily a physical thing, or, so there may not be it may not be a structure there for it to hit on to make somebody jerk. The smoothest energy flow is smooth. You may not see anything at all. So when people are going through their different stages and they're, which is great, looks good, it is good, but oftentimes it's just energy hitting something. But eventually it turns into a vibration, a little wave, and it's like not that wave, this wave. This looks like a problem. Those kind of things. But a physical sensation is not required for people to have extended benefits. Right? So I wouldn't worry about it. I will more so worry about the purity of the energy that we're sending, and then how much of it is our ego's view of what's happening, what we think should be happening. Do we trust enough? Which is always the question. In yourself and universal energy and what you know to be happening. And, kids may not even care. We just had a conversation about kids.
We did.
They be like, you don't know if anything's happening, but this stuff starts happening.
Yeah.
This is the secret to everything. So part of it, I think, is because this is counterculture work. It's on the fringes, so we kind of feel a need to want to validate the fact that what we're doing is real and it has a purpose. And I'm guilty of that as well sometimes, but then I check myself on the fact that, people die in hospitals all the time. Nobody's saying doctor ain't not real, medical doctor's not real. People die all the time, animals die all the time in vets, all these different things. So why, in this case, must we be flawless? Right, we have the super high view of who we're supposed to be because we're compared to an irrational view of the world that doesn't even hold itself to the same standards try to hold us to.
Yeah.
So the only reason we're held to that standard is because we're saying something counter to what everybody else believes. But if somebody says, "Hey, you touched me, and 2 days later my life changed in some way that I can't help but to contribute to this thing," then it worked.
Wow.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Any other questions?
No.
Awesome. And that gets into the conversation of what is a result? But no.